The Manor, a surreal place, somewhere otherworldly, but yet unknown. A place that's hiding something. Hello, and welcome back to another video. I'm Gabrielle, or as some of you might know me, the Goblins Guy, and today we'll be taking a closer look at the Manor and its mysteries. Just note, this is a theory video, so none of the things I will say here have actually been confirmed to be the truth, but some still being implied. Anyways, let's get into it. Let's start by taking a look at what type of otherworldly place the Manor could exist in. Right off the bat, I already have two basic theories of this. Number one, it's simply another dimension entirely, or number two, it's some sort of dream world. However, I only have a good amount of evidence and theories for number two, so we'll talk about that. Right away, there's already some things mildly proving this, being the fact that the prompt to enter through the fountain is fall asleep, and also the fact that a person can only comprehend so much of the Manor, meaning it relies off the person's consciousness for some places to even be present, like whatever's past the Manor's end. So already, we can tell everybody technically has a different experience in the Manor based on how strong their mentality is. At the point lore game is at right now though, all players currently see the Manor in the same way. However, that doesn't mean that there isn't a possibility of there being other people in the lore or current NPCs that see more of the Manor or even less. Take someone like Fib Giblet, for example. In his dialogue, all you do is tell him your name and he instantly forgets, so there's something clearly wrong with his mind. So if they were to enter Manor, they probably wouldn't be able to see much. Now before we get into the next part, I want to quickly talk about the next update in the lore game timeline and how it could work, Montage's Mind Gauntlet. We already know that the Manor is only larger if you can comprehend what's there and if your mental strength is good enough. So here's a quick theory. I think that in the next update, Montage from Manor's End will help you strengthen your mental abilities through his gauntlet, obviously, so you can proceed further into the Manor. Alright, that's enough of that. Next, let's theorize about how the world holding the Manor could exist and where it could technically be. The first obvious idea most people have is the fact that the Manor is just a collective dream that supposedly the fountains cause, but there's nothing explicitly saying that. Also, when you fall asleep to enter Manor, you don't just collapse and fall asleep, you completely leave the deep stomach, or the caverns, altogether. So really, the only logical explanation for it is that the Manor is another world or realm somewhere different entirely. It feels wrong because I always think that it should make sense, so I'll have to settle with the fact that the Manor is most likely another dimension somehow built off another's consciousness. Alright, that's about all my theories, but before we end the video, let's look into some weird things present in Manor. For example, something a lot of you have probably seen that I refer to as the Manor Worm. I don't really know what to think about it besides the fact that it obviously isn't supposed to be there, but most likely native to the Manor. The reason I think this is because all the maps in Manor are usually based on real places in lore game, like the Big House map or the Deep Stomach map, and the map where you can find the Manor Worm is a map clearly in relation to the Manor itself, with the whole atmosphere and everything possibly meaning that the Manor is only a part of what is actually in the strange dimension. Regarding the same thing, it's only fair that we think of the elevator map. If all these places are based on things that already exist, then the elevator may be too, but all we can do is hope we see it in the future because there's nothing like it right now. Finally, to end off the video, let's take a look at the cryptic things Montage says in Manor's End, which you can get to as well by checking out this video. He talks about there being a seemingly higher power in the Manor and how they toyed with him and who knows who else. This could possibly mean that the Manor is something set up by this higher power, possibly for their own amusement to watch the fights, or maybe something more evil, considering the state Montage is in. Alright, that's it for this theory video. I really hope you all enjoyed it and you don't think I'm too insane. I'll see you next time.